The last couple million years, we call that period the Pleistocene. The Pleistocene itself isn't fully consistent over time, but over the last 500,000 years, what we've tended to see are glacial and interglacial cycles on about 100,000 year periodicity. So for every 100,000 years or so, we'd have glacial cycles where things would be a lot cooler. And then we'd have these sort of warm blips. And the present era that we're living in is actually one of those warm blips, one of these interglacial periods. The sort of magnitude of change that we'd see is something like 5 or 6 degrees Celsius between a glacial and interglacial period. It's a really important point of context for thinking about climate change. Some of the more extreme projections of where we might be at the end of this century are something like 4 or 5 degrees warmer. If that sort of extreme level of warming happens, that will mean that we've changed in magnitude the climate as much between now and 100 years from now as we did between now and the last glacial maximum, which was about 20,000 years ago. So at the last ice age, the world was really different. I mean, it's hard to imagine Death Valley, instead of being a hot, dry desert, being a big lake with trees growing around it. It's hard to imagine ice sheets covering the northern parts of North America. That's what 5 degrees does to the planet. 5 degrees is a really big deal. So if we warm the planet up 5 degrees, we're talking about a massive reorganization of where people live and where organisms live. It's a really different world.